halls of Westminster Abbey echoed with centuries of tradition, but amidst the grandeur of King Charles III's coronation, something extraordinary unfolded that no one could have anticipated. All eyes were on the royal family, their every move meticulously analyzed. Tensions were palpable, and just when it seemed the day would proceed flawlessly, an unexpected moment shifted the spotlight entirely. Princess Anne, known for her poise and loyalty, made a revelation that left those present and the world stunned. This came right after a quiet but noticeable exchange between Queen Camilla and the Princess of Wales, Catherine, sparking whispers of a brewing storm behind the regal facades. Tensions between Camilla and Catherine. The relationship between Queen Camilla and Catherine, Princess of Wales, has been the subject of much speculation over the years. As key members of the royal family, their interactions are often closely observed, and recent events have only added fuel to the fire of rumors about underlying tensions. While both women have been cordial in public, subtle gestures and past incidents suggest a more complicated dynamic behind closed doors. Camilla's journey to becoming queen consort was far from smooth. Her marriage to King Charles III came after decades of controversy surrounding their relationship, particularly given its overlap with Charles's marriage to the beloved Princess Diana. Public opinion on Camilla has shifted over time, with some recognizing her efforts to support Charles and the monarchy, while others remain critical of her role in the family. Her ascension to queen consort elevated her status, but it also brought new challenges, particularly in navigating relationships with other senior royals, including Catherine. Catherine, on the other hand, has become one of the most popular royals. Her poise, dedication to charitable causes, and focus on family have earned her widespread admiration. As the wife of Prince William, heir to the throne, Catherine represents the future of the monarchy, a position that naturally brings her into closer alignment and occasional conflict with Camilla. One recent royal event brought these simmering tensions into the spotlight. During King Charles III's coronation, a fleeting but significant interaction between Camilla and Catherine raised eyebrows. According to lip readers and body language experts, Camilla allegedly directed Catherine to manage Princess Charlotte's behavior during the ceremony. While the moment was brief, the tone and context suggested more than a simple request. Camilla's directive was reportedly stern, and her body language indicated a sense of authority. Catherine, in turn, maintained her composure, nodding subtly before gently addressing her daughter. For many watching, this was a moment that spoke volumes about the power dynamics at play. While Catherine handled the situation gracefully, observers noted a flicker of tension in her demeanor, suggesting that the interaction was far from ordinary. Beyond words, the body language between the two women during the ceremony hinted at underlying strain. Camilla appeared confident and assertive, her gestures conveying a commanding presence befitting her new role as queen consort. In contrast, Catherine's movements were measured and deliberate, exuding quiet restraint. Observers noticed that the two women maintained a noticeable physical distance throughout the event, which many interpreted as a sign of emotional distance as well. Small details, such as fleeting glances and carefully neutral expressions, further fueled speculation. For instance, during a key moment in the ceremony, Catherine's gaze remained focused on her children and the proceedings, rarely straying toward Camilla. The contrast between Camilla's commanding demeanor and Catherine's calm reserve painted a picture of two women navigating a delicate balance of power within the royal family. The coronation moment wasn't an isolated incident, it was part of a larger context of historical tensions between Camilla and Catherine. As queen consort, Camilla has worked to solidify her position within the monarchy, a task complicated by the lingering shadow of Diana's legacy and the public's enduring affection for Catherine. Over the years, subtle signs of friction have emerged, including reports of disagreements over royal duties and differences in approach to family matters. Catherine's style as a modern royal, emphasizing emotional connection and relatability, sometimes contrasts with Camilla's more traditional approach. This difference was highlighted during preparations for the coronation, where reports suggested that Camilla's desire to include her own family prominently in the ceremony caused frustration for Catherine and Prince William. For Catherine, ensuring the focus remained on the future of the monarchy, namely her children, was a priority, and any perceived sidelining could have exacerbated existing tensions. While the monarchy thrives on the image of unity, moments like these reveal the complexities of relationships within the family. Both Camilla and Catherine are navigating roles that come with immense scrutiny and pressure. For Camilla, asserting her authority as queen consort is a natural part of her position, but it's a process that can sometimes clash with Catherine's growing prominence as the mother of a future king. Ultimately, their interactions, whether during high-profile events like the coronation or behind closed closed doors, reflect the balancing act required to maintain harmony within a centuries-old institution. These moments, however fleeting, offer a glimpse into the human side of the royal family and remind us that even within the grandeur of monarchy, relationships are rarely without their challenges. Charlotte's poised defiance. In the grandeur of King Charles III's coronation, amidst the regal robes, gilded crowns, and solemn hymns echoing in Westminster Abbey, it wasn't just the monarch who made history. Princess Charlotte, the young daughter of Prince William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, quietly stole the show with her calm yet decisive actions. Though she is only 8 years old, Charlotte demonstrated a composure and awareness that belied her age. Her poised defiance during the day subtly but significantly reframed the public's perception of her role in the royal family. The first hint of Charlotte's inner strength came during an interaction that could have easily been overlooked in the vastness of the ceremony. Amid the choreographed perfection of the event, tension brewed beneath the surface. Queen Camilla, now crowned alongside King Charles, had reportedly directed Catherine to manage Charlotte during a moment of distraction. Lip readers who analyzed the footage claimed that Camilla, in a quiet but firm tone, said, "Take her," referring to Charlotte. Catherine, ever the composed royal, nodded gracefully and gently redirected Charlotte's attention. Charlotte, however, didn't crumble under the weight of public scrutiny or the tense moment unfolding around her. Instead, she exhibited remarkable self-assurance. Observers noted her composed demeanor as she glanced at her mother, who subtly reassured her with a calm presence. Charlotte's whispered response, reportedly, was, "It's fine, Mommy." This brief remark spoke volumes about her ability to maintain poise in a high-pressure situation, especially one as significant as the coronation of her grandfather. But Charlotte's defining moment came later during the ceremonial bow to King Charles. This act, steeped in royal tradition, involved all family members paying their respects to the newly crowned monarch. Charlotte, alongside her family, rose to perform the customary gesture. However, it was here that her actions quietly diverged from expectation. While she bowed with perfect decorum to King Charles, as protocol required, she conspicuously refrained from acknowledging Queen Camilla in the same manner. This small, deliberate choice resonated powerfully. To many, it might have seemed an insignificant gesture, or perhaps even a momentary lapse in a young child's focus. However, the context added layers of meaning. In the wake of Camilla's earlier scolding of her mother, Charlotte's refusal to bow was perceived as a subtle yet pointed statement. According to some lip readers, Charlotte had softly told her mother just before the bow, "I'll do it, but not for her." These words, though quiet, carried a weight that rippled throughout the Abbey and beyond. Charlotte's actions, though understated, struck a chord with both the attendees and the millions watching around the world. They reflected a sense of awareness and quiet defiance that is rarely associated with someone of her age. Her refusal to bow wasn't an act of rebellion, but rather an assertion of her own dignity and a quiet defense of her mother. This was no tantrum or childish outburst. It was a poised expression of self-assurance wrapped in the subtlety of royal decorum. The symbolism of Charlotte's actions did not go unnoticed. In a family known for its rigid adherence to tradition and hierarchy, her quiet defiance felt almost revolutionary. It signaled a new generation of royals, who are being raised to balance the weight of their roles with individuality and personal integrity. Charlotte, though second in line to her brother Prince George, has already shown she is carving out a unique place for herself within the royal framework. Observers and commentators were quick to praise the young princess's maturity. A royal historian remarked, "For someone her age to act with such calm precision, especially under the public eye, is extraordinary." Another royal correspondent noted that Charlotte's actions demonstrated an understanding of her role and a willingness to stand firm, even in challenging circumstances. Comparisons were even drawn to her grandmother, the late Princess Diana, who was known for her blend of grace and quiet strength in the face of adversity. For her parents, this moment undoubtedly reinforced the values they've instilled in their children. William and Catherine have long been praised for raising their children with a focus on kindness, integrity, and emotional intelligence. They are known for encouraging open communication and teaching their children to express themselves within the boundaries of royal duty. Charlotte's actions seem to reflect this upbringing, balancing respect for tradition with a sense of individuality. The incident also brought renewed attention to the dynamics within the royal family. While much of the day was focused on celebrating King Charles's ascent to the throne, Charlotte's poised defiance became a significant talking point. It shed light on the nuanced relationships between senior royals, particularly Catherine and Camilla, and the broader challenges of navigating authority and respect within the family. For Queen Camilla, the moment may have been a humbling reminder that respect cannot be commanded by title alone. While her rise to queen consort has been marked by public and private challenges, this interaction highlighted the delicate balance she must navigate navigate within the family. Charlotte's quiet defiance seemed to underscore a broader truth about the monarchy, that even its youngest members are not passive participants, but active figures shaping its future. As the day drew to a close, it was clear that Charlotte's poised actions had left an indelible mark on the coronation's legacy. Footage of the moment spread rapidly, with commentators and social media users alike dissecting every detail. For many, Charlotte's behavior was a sign of the times, a reflection of how the younger generation is navigating the complexities of modern monarchy. The fallout from the coronation incident. The coronation was supposed to be a flawless showcase of royal tradition, but the unexpected moment of tension was impossible to ignore. Camilla, queen consort, appeared visibly unsettled after what many interpreted as a small yet significant act of defiance from Princess Charlotte. While the specifics of the exchange are a matter of speculation, observers noted a marked change in Camilla's demeanor after the incident. Her previously assured posture seemed less confident, and her smile grew more strained as the ceremony progressed. It was a rare glimpse of vulnerability from someone who has worked for decades to establish her place in the royal family. Catherine, Princess of Wales, on the other hand, handled the situation with her characteristic composure. As a mother, her first priority seemed to be reassuring Charlotte, subtly communicating calm through her body language. Catherine's ability to diffuse tension without drawing unnecessary attention was a testament to her grace under pressure. Her dignified response not only protected her daughter's confidence, but also reinforced her image as a steady presence within the family, a quality that has made her increasingly admired by the public. Charlotte herself was the picture of poise. Despite being just 8 years old, she navigated the moment with remarkable maturity. Her composed demeanor under the watchful eyes of millions highlighted the kind of upbringing she has received, one focused on balancing royal expectations with individuality. Charlotte's calm, quiet confidence drew praise and attention, making her one of the day's unlikely standouts. The fallout from the incident extended far beyond the personal emotions of the day. It reignited long-standing conversations about Camilla's role in the royal family and the degree to which she has been accepted by both its members and the public. For decades, Camilla has been a polarizing figure, often seen in the shadow of Princess Diana's enduring legacy. While she has worked tirelessly to win public favor, the coronation made it clear that not all within the royal household regard her authority as absolute. Camilla's strained interactions with Catherine during the event served as a stark reminder of the delicate power dynamics at play. Catherine's ability to maintain her poise without yielding ground demonstrated the quiet strength she brings to her role. As the future queen, she is already emerging as a figure who commands respect, not through force but through dignity and stability. This contrast between Camilla's sometimes assertive approach and Catherine's calm demeanor has deepened public perceptions of the two women, positioning Catherine as a stabilizing force in the monarchy. The event also highlighted the generational shift underway within the royal family. Catherine and William's parenting style, which emphasizes emotional intelligence and open communication, was evident in how Charlotte handled herself. This approach, which is a marked departure from the more traditional and reserved methods of past generations, reflects the couple's effort to modernize the monarchy while maintaining its traditions. Charlotte's poise during the coronation was not just a personal triumph, but a signal of her potential future role within the royal framework. While her older brother, Prince George, is destined to inherit the throne, Charlotte's position as second in line carries its own unique weight. Her ability to navigate such a high-pressure moment suggests she is being prepared to play a significant role in supporting the monarchy's future, one that may challenge traditional notions of what it means to be a royal. For Camilla, the coronation was supposed to be the culmination of years of work to secure her place in the monarchy. Instead, the incident with Charlotte underscored the fragility of her position. While she has earned a degree of public acceptance, moments like this one serve as reminders that her journey to full integration within the royal family is ongoing. Camilla's interactions with other senior royals, particularly Catherine, have often been a subject of public fascination. Their relationship appears professional in public, but tensions have occasionally surfaced in subtle ways. The coronation provided one such moment, and the public's interpretation of it has not been favorable to Camilla. Many viewed Charlotte's defiance as a symbolic rejection of Camilla's authority, even if that was not the young princess's intent. For Catherine, the coronation reinforced her position as a key figure in the monarchy's future. Her ability to balance tradition with a modern approach to family and duty has made her a beloved royal. The way she handled the coronation incident, calmly, firmly, and with unwavering support for her daughter, demonstrated the qualities that make her an effective leader, both within her family and on the world stage. Catherine's rising status is no accident. Over the years, she has consistently shown herself to be a unifying presence, adept at managing both the demands of royal life and the complexities of her personal relationships. This ability has not only solidified her popularity with the public, but has also strengthened her influence within the royal household. Her approach to parenting, in in particular, has set her apart. By fostering independence and emotional resilience in her children, she is ensuring that the next generation of royals is prepared to meet the challenges of their roles. Charlotte's grace during the coronation was a direct reflection of this parenting style, and it bodes well for the monarchy's future. The coronation of King Charles III was undoubtedly a historic occasion, but it will also be remembered for the personal dynamics that played out beneath the grandeur. The incident involving Camilla, Catherine, and Charlotte may have been brief, but its implications are far-reaching. It highlighted the evolving roles within the royal family, the challenges of navigating tradition in a modern world, and the emergence of a new generation poised to leave its mark on the monarchy. Historical context of royal tensions. Camilla's rise to the role of queen consort has been anything but straightforward. Once a divisive figure in the royal narrative, she faced widespread public skepticism when her relationship with Charles became known during his marriage to Princess Diana. For years, Camilla was vilified by the media and viewed by many as the other woman in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. Even after Diana's tragic death in 1997, public sentiment toward Camilla remained frosty. When Charles and Camilla married in 2005, it was seen as an attempt to move forward, but the shadow of Diana lingered. The late princess remains a deeply beloved figure, and many still see her as irreplaceable. This legacy has meant that Camilla has had to work hard to earn public acceptance, which has gradually improved, thanks to her understated public service and efforts to support Charles. However, her title as Queen Consort, a decision formally approved by the late Queen Elizabeth II, continues to spark debate among those who view her role with skepticism. The legacy of Diana, Princess of Wales, has loomed large over the royal family for decades. Diana was known for her warmth, compassion, and relatability, qualities that endeared her to millions worldwide. Her ability to connect with people, particularly through her charity work, set a new standard for the monarchy. For many, Diana represented a modern, human touch within a deeply traditional institution. Camilla, by contrast, has had a more reserved public persona. Comparisons to Diana are unavoidable and often unfavorable. While Camilla has gained respect in recent years, she has never matched Diana's level of adoration. This disparity has fueled ongoing skepticism about her role. Critics often question whether she embodies the values that Diana brought to the monarchy, and this scrutiny has shaped her interactions with both the public and other members of the royal family. Camilla's relationships with Prince William and Prince Harry have reportedly been fraught at times. Both princes were deeply affected by their parents' turbulent marriage and Diana's untimely death. As adults, William and Harry have maintained outwardly cordial relationships with Camilla, but insiders suggest that underlying tensions persist. William, as the future king, has a closer working relationship with Camilla, but it has been described as formal rather than familial. He is deeply protective of Diana's legacy and has reportedly expressed concerns about how his mother's memory is honored within the royal framework. For example, when discussions arose about Camilla becoming queen consort, William was said to have advocated for a careful approach to avoid sidelining Diana's legacy. Harry, on the other hand, has been more openly critical. In his memoir, Spare, he described Camilla as a villain and accused her of working with the press to improve her public image at the expense of others in the family. This claim reignited public debate about Camilla's role and relationships within the monarchy. Harry's accusations, coupled with his and Meghan Markle's departure from royal duties, have added layers of tension to an already complicated dynamic. Amidst these tensions, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has emerged as a stabilizing figure within the royal family. Her parenting style, in particular, has drawn attention for its modern approach. Unlike the rigid and formal upbringing traditionally associated with the royals, Catherine and Prince William prioritize emotional connection and open communication with their three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. This parenting philosophy reflects Catherine's desire to create a sense of normalcy for her children, despite the pressures of royal life. For example, she is often seen engaging with them at eye level, offering comfort and encouragement during public appearances. Catherine's approach contrasts sharply with the more traditional, hierarchical dynamics that have historically defined royal relationships. This modern touch has endeared her to the public and set a new standard for royal parenting. In the context of Camilla, Catherine's parenting style highlights a generational shift within the monarchy. While Camilla's role is largely ceremonial and focused on supporting King Charles, Catherine's influence is rooted in her ability to balance tradition with contemporary values. This difference in approach has occasionally led to speculation about tensions between the two women, particularly as Catherine's growing prominence underscores her future role as queen consort. Camilla's relationships with other senior royals have also been a source of intrigue and, at times, conflict. Princess Anne, Charles's sister, has reportedly been skeptical of Camilla's influence. Anne is known for her no-nonsense demeanor and deep commitment to royal tradition. She has allegedly clashed with Camilla over modernization efforts within the monarchy, dismissing dismissing some of Camilla's suggestions as unnecessary changes to time-honored practices. Prince Andrew, another of Charles's siblings, has also had a contentious relationship with Camilla. Andrew's controversies, including his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, have made him a divisive figure within the family. Despite his own issues, Andrew has reportedly criticized Camilla's rise to prominence, viewing her as an outsider who undermines the monarchy's stability. This tension reflects broader divisions within the royal family about the direction of its leadership. Even within her step-family, Camilla's position is complex. As a step-grandmother to William and Catherine's children, she does not share the same level of closeness as their biological grandparents, such as Carol and Michael Middleton. This distance has shaped how she interacts with the younger generation, particularly in public settings. While efforts have been made to present a united front, moments of strain occasionally surface, revealing the underlying challenges of blending personal and professional roles within the royal family. As the coronation concluded, the day's events left behind more questions than answers, with ripples that would be felt long after the grand ceremony. The royal family, always under the world's gaze, once again proved that beneath the crowns and titles, they remain a family navigating their own complexities. Moments like these remind us why the monarchy continues to fascinate, steeped in tradition, yet never far from intrigue. In a stunning moment that left the audience in awe, the young royal stepped up during a royal event, showcasing her remarkable confidence and maturity at just 9 years old. With heartfelt words that resonated deeply, Charlotte not only captivated the crowd, but also highlighted her potential as a future leader. This unexpected display of bravery has everyone buzzing about the future of the monarchy. Princess Charlotte stuns audiences. In a remarkable display of confidence and compassion, Princess Charlotte has captured the hearts of audiences around the world. At just 9 years old, she took center stage during a recent royal event, surprising everyone with her natural leadership and genuine empathy. As she stepped forward to address the crowd, it became clear that this young royal is not just a child of privilege, but a future leader in the making. During the event, Charlotte noticed a young activist struggling with emotions. Instead of hesitating, she approached the girl with a warm smile and comforting words, offering support in a way that felt both authentic and heartfelt. This simple act of kindness showcased her ability to connect with others on a human level, reminding everyone present of the importance of compassion and leadership. It was a moment that resonated deeply, not just in the room but across social media, where clips of her interaction quickly went viral. Charlotte's thoughtful actions didn't stop there. After encouraging the young activist, she confidently addressed the audience, sharing her thoughts on the importance of kindness and community. Her eloquence and poise left the crowd in awe, proving that she is more than capable of stepping into the spotlight. Many attendees remarked on how her words echoed the values of her late grandmother, Princess Diana, known for her own empathy and dedication to charitable causes. What makes Charlotte's moment even more special is the way it symbolizes the new generation of royals. She embodies the blend of tradition and modernity that the monarchy is embracing. With her upbringing by Prince William and Kate Middleton, it's clear that she is being raised with strong values of kindness and responsibility. As Princess Charlotte continues to grow, it's exciting to think about the impact she will have on the world, inspiring a new generation to lead with empathy and compassion. Her recent actions remind us all that true leadership comes from the heart. How Princess Charlotte took center stage at just 9 years old. At just 9 years old, Princess Charlotte has proven she is destined to make her mark on the world. During a high-profile royal event at Westminster Abbey, where dignitaries and young leaders gathered to celebrate innovation and environmental causes, Charlotte turned an ordinary evening into an unforgettable moment. What started as a formal and carefully planned event took an unexpected turn when the young princess stepped forward, leaving the audience and media in awe. The evening's highlight was a young activist's emotional speech about her environmental project. Overcome with nerves, the speaker faltered, and the atmosphere grew tense. But Charlotte, demonstrating empathy and maturity well beyond her years, stepped up. After a quiet word with her mother, Princess Catherine, Charlotte approached the stage, offering the young activist a reassuring smile and words of encouragement. Though her voice wasn't picked up by microphones, her gesture was enough to calm the speaker and lift her spirits. Charlotte didn't stop there. With the nod of approval from her mother, she took the microphone herself, addressing the audience with poise and confidence. She praised the activists' accomplishments and delivered a heartfelt message about the importance of unity and taking care of the planet. Her words, simple but powerful, resonated deeply with the audience, earning her a standing ovation. The moment highlighted her ability to connect with people on a deeply human level, a quality reminiscent of her late grandmother, Princess Diana. This bold move wasn't just a spontaneous act of kindness. It was a statement. Charlotte showed she is more than a supporting character in the royal family. Her actions reflected leadership, compassion, and an awareness of her platform as a future ambassador of the monarchy. Social media exploded with admiration, and commentators called it a defining moment for the young princess. Princess Charlotte's actions that evening offered a glimpse into the future of the monarchy, one led by empathy, courage, and authenticity. Her bold move captured hearts worldwide and proved that leadership knows no age. The new generation of royals, redefining tradition. The British royal family has long been a symbol of tradition, but the younger generation is proving that even centuries-old institutions can evolve. Among them, Princess Charlotte is emerging as a standout figure, reshaping perceptions of what it means to be a modern royal. At just 9 years old, Charlotte has already shown a readiness to step beyond the expectations traditionally placed on members of the monarchy, blending compassion, confidence, and leadership in a way that feels refreshing and relatable. During a recent high-profile royal event, Charlotte captivated audiences with a bold and unexpected move. While the evening followed the usual royal formalities, it was Charlotte's instinctive act of kindness that stole the spotlight. When a young activist struggled with nerves on stage, Charlotte stepped forward, engaging with the speaker and offering a few quiet words of encouragement. This simple, unscripted moment demonstrated empathy and maturity beyond her years, leaving attendees and the public alike in awe. But Charlotte didn't stop there. With the approval of her mother, Princess Catherine, she addressed the audience herself, delivering a heartfelt message about the importance of supporting one another and protecting the planet. Her speech, though brief, carried weight, showcasing her ability to connect with people on a personal level. The audience erupted in applause, recognizing her as more than just a royal child. She was a young leader in her own right. Charlotte's actions reflect a shift within the royal family, where tradition is no longer the sole focus. Instead, the younger generation, led by figures like Charlotte, emphasizes relatability, empathy, and action. Her bilingual abilities, charismatic presence, and willingness to step up when needed signal a monarchy that is adapting to modern societal values. As Princess Charlotte continues to grow, she is not just following in the footsteps of her royal predecessors. She is carving her own path, proving that even in a world steeped in tradition, there is always room for change and progress. A defining moment at Westminster Abbey. In a moment that captivated the world, Princess Charlotte, at just 9 years old, demonstrated remarkable empathy and leadership during a recent royal event at Westminster Abbey. The evening, organized to celebrate young leaders and environmental innovation, was filled with the usual grandeur and formalities. However, it was Charlotte's unplanned, heartfelt actions that transformed the event into a defining moment for the young royal. The spotlight initially focused on a young activist delivering a speech about her environmental project. Overwhelmed by nerves, the speaker faltered, creating a tense atmosphere in the Grand Abbey. It was at this moment that Charlotte's compassionate instincts took over. Whispering briefly to her mother, Princess Catherine, Charlotte stepped forward, breaking royal protocol in a way no one expected. She approached the young speaker, offering a reassuring smile and a few quiet words of encouragement. Though her words weren't picked up by microphones, her kind gesture visibly calmed the speaker, drawing admiration from the audience. But Charlotte didn't stop there. With the approval of her mother, she took the microphone herself, addressing the audience with poise and sincerity. She praised the activists' courage and emphasized the importance of supporting one another in creating a better future for the planet. Her words, simple yet powerful, resonated deeply with everyone in attendance, earning a standing ovation. This spontaneous act showcased Charlotte's natural ability to connect with others and highlighted her emerging role as a compassionate leader within the royal family. Her actions reflected the values instilled by her parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, blending tradition with modern empathy and relatability. Charlotte's defining moment at Westminster Abbey wasn't just a display of kindness, it was a glimpse into the future of the monarchy. Her ability to lead with empathy, grace, and confidence has set her apart as a symbol of hope for a new generation of royals. This young princess proved that even the smallest acts of compassion can leave a lasting impact on the world. From cheeky smiles to poised leadership, Charlotte's journey as a young royal princess. Charlotte has always been a captivating presence within the British royal family, charming the public with her cheeky smiles and natural charisma. From her earliest public appearances, it was clear that she had an innate confidence and playful energy that set her apart. But a recent moment at a high-profile royal event revealed a new side to the young royal, one of poised leadership and compassion. Born on May 2, 2015, Charlotte quickly captured the hearts of millions as the second child of Prince William and Princess Catherine. While her older brother, Prince George, has always been groomed for the throne, Charlotte has embraced her role with a spirited sense of individuality. Nicknamed Lottie by her family, she's been known for her confident waves, playful interactions with her siblings, and a presence that feels far beyond her years. Yet, her recent actions showed that she is more than just a charming young royal. She is emerging as a leader in her own right. During a recent event at Westminster Abbey, Charlotte stunned audiences by stepping up in an unexpected and compassionate way. When a young activist delivering a speech became visibly overwhelmed, Charlotte instinctively approached the stage, offering words of encouragement and a warm smile to calm the speaker. This unplanned act of kindness won over the room and demonstrated her ability to connect with others on a deeply human level. Not stopping there, Charlotte later addressed the audience herself, delivering a brief but heartfelt message about the importance of supporting one another and caring for the planet. Her poise and sincerity left a lasting impression, earning her widespread admiration and drawing comparisons to her late grandmother, Princess Diana. From her playful early days to this defining moment of leadership, Princess Charlotte is proving that she is more than a supporting member of the royal family. With her empathy, confidence, and ability to inspire, she is carving out her own path as a modern royal, showing that even at a young age, true leadership can shine brightly. Inspiring millions, how Princess Charlotte rekindled public admiration for the monarchy. In a world where the monarchy often faces scrutiny and skepticism, Princess Charlotte has emerged as a breath of fresh air, captivating millions with her charm, compassion, and remarkable sense of leadership. At just 9 years old, Charlotte proved that even the youngest members of the royal family could have a profound impact, inspiring a renewed sense of admiration for the monarchy. During a recent high-profile event at Westminster Abbey, Charlotte turned a formal evening into a moment of heartfelt connection and inspiration. While the event was meant to highlight youth innovation and environmental progress, the highlight of the evening came when a young activist, overcome with emotion, struggled to deliver her speech. Rather than sitting on the sidelines, Charlotte took action. Whispering to her mother, Princess Catherine, she sought permission before stepping forward to comfort the speaker. Her kind smile and soft words calmed the activist, touching everyone present. However, Charlotte didn't stop there. With her mother's approval, she addressed the audience herself, delivering a brief yet powerful speech. She praised the young activist's courage and emphasized the importance of unity and protecting the planet. Her words were simple but carried the weight of sincerity and purpose, earning her a standing ovation. This moment was not just a display of compassion, but also a reminder of the monarchy's ability to connect with people on a human level. Charlotte's actions were spontaneous and genuine, reflecting the values instilled in her by her parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine. Her poise and empathy reminded many of her late grandmother, Princess Diana, who was celebrated for her ability to touch hearts worldwide. The media and public erupted with admiration, hailing Charlotte as a symbol of hope for the future of the monarchy. Her actions reminded the world that leadership isn't about age or title, but about courage, kindness, and authenticity. In just a single evening, Princess Charlotte rekindled public admiration for the royal family, proving that even the smallest actions can create waves of inspiration and positivity. The impact of bilingualism. Charlotte's role as a future global ambassador. In today's interconnected world, being bilingual is more than just a skill. It's a bridge to understanding and cooperation. Princess Charlotte, with her early exposure to multiple languages, is perfectly positioned to become a future global ambassador. Her journey into bilingualism not only shapes her identity, but also holds the potential to impact international relations in meaningful ways. From a young age, Charlotte has been nurtured in a multicultural environment. Her parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, understand the importance of teaching their children about different cultures and languages. By learning both English and Spanish, Charlotte is gaining valuable tools that will serve her well in the future. This ability to communicate in more than one language allows her to connect with diverse communities, fostering empathy and understanding. As she grows, Charlotte's bilingual skills will enable her to engage with people from various backgrounds. In royal duties that often involve diplomacy, she could easily bridge gaps between nations, promoting dialogue and collaboration. Imagine her attending international events, conversing effortlessly with leaders and citizens alike, and sharing her thoughts in their native languages. This kind of engagement can break down barriers and build relationships based on trust and respect. Moreover, Charlotte's journey can inspire young people around the world to embrace bilingualism. Her visibility as a royal figure can motivate children to learn new languages, opening doors to cultural experiences and opportunities. In a world where misunderstandings can lead to conflict, fostering bilingualism can play a crucial role in creating a more peaceful future. Princess Charlotte's role as a bilingual individual places her on the path to becoming a strong global ambassador. Her ability to communicate with diverse populations will not only enrich her life, but also contribute to a more united and understanding world. As she continues to grow and learn, there's no doubt that she will carry the values of compassion and connectivity, paving the way for a brighter future. Charlotte's upbringing, a testament to family values and leadership development. Princess Charlotte's upbringing is a beautiful reflection of the values that shape her character and future. Growing up in the royal family, she is surrounded by love, support, and a strong sense of responsibility. Her parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, prioritize family values, ensuring that Charlotte and her siblings are grounded in kindness and respect. From an early age, Charlotte has been taught the importance of empathy and compassion. Whether it's participating in charity events or engaging with community members, her parents lead by example, showing her how to connect with others. This hands-on approach is crucial in developing her sense of duty towards society. For instance, during family outings, she often interacts with children from different backgrounds, helping her understand the world beyond her royal bubble. In addition to instilling values of compassion, William and Catherine emphasize the importance of education. Charlotte is encouraged to explore her interests, whether through reading, art, or sports. This nurturing environment allows her to develop her unique talents and fosters her confidence. By supporting her curiosity, her parents are laying the groundwork for strong leadership skills. Moreover, Charlotte's upbringing includes lessons in resilience and teamwork. Family activities often involve group challenges, whether it's working together in the garden or participating in sports. These experiences teach her how to collaborate effectively and face challenges with a positive attitude. Learning to work with others is vital for her future role as a leader. As she grows, Charlotte is not only learning to be a royal, but also a compassionate individual who values her heritage and responsibilities. With the guidance of her parents, she is being shaped into a future leader who embodies the principles of integrity and service. Princess Charlotte's upbringing is a testament to the importance of family values and leadership development. With a strong foundation built on love, empathy, and education, she is poised to become a remarkable leader who will inspire others for years to come. Redefining leadership. Lessons from Princess Charlotte's courageous actions. Princess Charlotte, though young, has already begun to redefine what it means to be a leader through her courageous actions and spirited personality. Her ability to face challenges with grace and determination offers valuable lessons that resonate beyond royal duties. One of the most striking examples of Charlotte's courage was during public appearances, where she often showcases a strong sense of self. Whether it's interacting with fans or participating in family events, she exudes confidence. This is a reminder that true leadership doesn't always come from age or experience. Sometimes it comes from a fearless heart. By being herself, Charlotte teaches us that authenticity is a key trait for any leader. Moreover, Charlotte's willingness to step up in various situations reflects her understanding of responsibility. In moments when her siblings might feel shy or uncertain, she often takes the initiative to engage with others. This behavior highlights the importance of support and solidarity in leadership. It reminds us that great leaders lift others up, helping them to shine, rather than overshadowing them. Charlotte's actions also demonstrate the power of kindness. She often shows compassion towards those around her, whether it's comforting a friend or greeting fans with a warm smile. Such gestures remind us that leadership is not just about making decisions, but also about connecting with people on a human level. By showing empathy, Charlotte encourages others to do the same, fostering a community built on understanding and respect. In addition, her role in charitable activities emphasizes the significance of giving back. Participating in community service alongside her family, Charlotte embodies the idea that leaders should be involved and invested in the well-being of others. This commitment to service is a vital lesson for anyone aspiring to lead. Princess Charlotte's courageous actions are reshaping our understanding of leadership. Through authenticity, support, kindness, and service, she is not just a future royal but a role model for us all. Her journey teaches us that true leadership comes from the heart, inspiring others to embrace their own courage. A future monarch in the making, Charlotte's early signs of empathy and strength. Princess Charlotte, though young, has already begun to redefine what it means to be a leader through her courageous actions and spirited personality. Her ability to face challenges with grace and determination offers valuable lessons that resonate beyond royal duties. One of the most striking examples of Charlotte's courage was during public appearances, where she often showcases a strong sense of self. Whether it's interacting with fans or participating in family events, she exudes confidence. This is a reminder that true leadership doesn't always come from age or experience. Sometimes it comes from a fearless heart. By being herself, Charlotte teaches us that authenticity is a key trait for any leader. Moreover, Charlotte's willingness to step up in various situations reflects her understanding of responsibility. In moments when her siblings might feel shy or uncertain, she often takes the initiative to engage with others. This behavior highlights the importance of support and solidarity in leadership. It reminds us that great leaders lift others up, helping them to shine rather than overshadowing them. Charlotte's actions also demonstrate the power of kindness. She often shows compassion towards those around her, whether it's comforting a friend or greeting fans with a warm smile. Such gestures remind us that leadership is not just about making decisions, but also about connecting with people on a human level. By showing empathy, Charlotte encourages others to do the same, fostering a community built on understanding and respect. In addition, her role in charitable activities emphasizes the significance of giving back. Participating in community service alongside her family, Charlotte embodies the idea that leaders should be involved and invested in the well-being of others. This commitment to service is a vital lesson for anyone aspiring to lead. Princess Charlotte's courageous actions are reshaping our understanding of leadership. Through authenticity, support, kindness, and service, she is not just a future royal, but a role model for us all. Her journey teaches us that true leadership comes from the heart, inspiring others to embrace their own courage. Now there's news that the king and queen might be in big trouble for what happened to her. Some believe they played a part in the accident that took her life, and it has led to them being punished. This is a huge moment because it makes people wonder what will happen to the royal family now. The world is watching closely, shocked and curious, as this unbelievable story unfolds. Could this be the end of the royal family as we know it? Will the truth finally come out after so many years? The mystery of Princess Diana's tragic end has returned, and it feels like the world is holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next. The secret investigation. Now, imagine this. It's been years since Diana's tragic death. The world has moved on, or at least, that's what everyone believed. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a storm breaks loose. One evening, a mysterious video leaks online. At first, people think it's fake. It's grainy, shaky, looks like an old secret recording. But what's in that video leaves everyone speechless. It shows a secret meeting that no one was ever supposed to see. There's a man who looks shockingly like King Charles. He's younger in the video. There's also Camilla, sitting quietly in the corner, listening. A man dressed like a British agent talks about removing threats to the royal family. And right there, the name Diana is mentioned. The internet explodes. News channels pick it up. Suddenly everyone's eyes are back on that dark night in Paris. Could it be that Diana's death wasn't just an accident after all? Soon, more shocking evidence starts to surface. Old CCTV footage from the tunnel appears. Footage that was supposedly destroyed years ago. But here it is, showing a mysterious black car tailing Diana's vehicle. Whistleblowers from MI6 come forward, shaking with fear, claiming they were forced to stay silent all these years. One of them confesses, "We were told this was for the good of the country." Digital forensics teams jump in. They dig up hidden letters Diana wrote. Letters where she feared for her life. She even wrote, "They are planning something, and I know who's behind it." Her words send chills down everyone's spine. DNA tests, bank transactions, and secret recordings all start to form a terrifying picture. Slowly but surely, the dots begin to connect. And shockingly, they lead right to Charles and Camilla. The world watches in disbelief. Headlines scream, "Diana's murder mystery. The royals involved?" Crowds gather outside Buckingham Palace. People chant Diana's name. The world's most famous family is now facing its darkest hour. The royal trial. And then, something happens no one thought possible. The British government announces a royal trial. For the first time in history, a reigning king and queen are being dragged to court for murder. The trial becomes the biggest event the world has ever seen. Cameras flash as Charles and Camilla arrive at the courthouse. Their faces pale, eyes heavy with guilt or maybe fear. Streets overflow with angry crowds holding posters of Diana. Some cry, some scream, and some just stand frozen, unable to believe their eyes. Inside the courtroom, shocking witnesses take the stand. Former royal aides, once loyal to the crown, now speak the truth. They describe secret meetings in the palace, hidden conversations, and orders given in hushed voices. One of the Queen's former bodyguards wipes his tears as he says, "I was told to follow Diana, to report every move. I didn't know it would lead to this." Next, a former MI6 officer steps forward. He reveals secret files, proof that the agency was ordered to watch Diana, record her, and if needed, get rid of her. The courtroom gasps. The prosecution plays a hidden audio recording. It's crackly but clear enough. A voice, eerily similar to Charles, says, "It has to be done. She's a danger to us all." Gasps fill the air. Camilla's face turns ghost white. The financial records come next. Huge sums of money moving in and out of secret accounts. Payments to agents, cars, even the very hotel where Diana stayed that night. Every piece of evidence adds another nail to the royal coffin. Outside, the nation is divided. Some still believe in the monarchy. Others demand justice for Diana. Protests break out across the country. Monarchists clash with those shouting for the royal family to be abolished. And then comes the final blow. Diana's old friend takes the stand. Tears fall as she shares a conversation they had just weeks before Diana's death. "She told me she was scared. She said, if anything happens to me, look at them. Look at Charles and Camilla." The courtroom falls silent. It's no longer just a case. It's history being made. The verdict: guilty. Finally, after weeks of shocking testimonies, the world holds its breath as the jury returns. The judge looks down, voice trembling slightly, and says the words no one thought they'd ever hear. "We, the jury, find King Charles and Queen Camilla guilty of conspiracy to commit murder, abuse of power, and obstruction of justice." For a moment, the entire courtroom is frozen. Then gasps, screams, and even cheers erupt. The judge announces the sentence. "For your crimes, you are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment. If the crown wishes, you may instead choose exile, never to return to this land again." Charles lowers his head. Camilla is seen wiping her tears, but it's too late. the damage is done. The monarchy, once the pride of Britain, is shattered in front of the entire world. Reactions pour in fast. Prince William and Prince Harry, once divided by oceans and grudges, sit side by side in the front row, their faces unreadable. Meghan Markle is seen comforting Harry, while Kate wipes her tears. It's a scene no one will ever forget. Outside, people cry, some in pain, some in joy. A woman holds up a picture of Diana and says, "Finally, she gets her justice." The monarchy, as the world knew it, is over. Global reactions and collapse of the monarchy news spreads like wildfire. Every corner of the earth is talking about it. World leaders come forward. Some express shock, others relief. The once golden image of the British royal family is now stained forever. Commonwealth countries waste no time. Australia, Canada, and others begin serious talks to remove the British monarch as their head of state. Some countries even vote right there and then. The message is clear. The crown no longer rules here. The UK streets are filled with protests. Some march with Diana's pictures, some chant her name, and some demand the country become a republic. The British flag flies half-mast, but not for the king, for the end of an era. For weeks, headlines dominate newspapers, social media, and every television screen. End of the Windsor era. The words stare back at millions every morning. Suddenly, Diana's story comes back to life. Documentaries air, new books are written, and old interviews resurface. There are even talks of posthumously declaring Diana a saint, a symbol of kindness, grace, and the people's princess forever. The nation reflects, heartbroken yet relieved. Justice has finally been served. Where are King Charles and Camilla now? So, where did King Charles and Queen Camilla go after it all ended? Reports say they chose exile. No one knows exactly where, but rumors swirl like wildfires. Some say they were sent to a secret castle in the middle of nowhere, guarded by soldiers, far away from the eyes of the world. Others believe they're locked away in a hidden royal prison, stripped of their titles, their luxuries, and their power. Years later, a secret interview surfaces. It shows a frail, older Charles. His once proud face now looks tired, worn out by guilt and regret. He whispers, "I thought I was protecting the crown, but I destroyed it." Camilla, pale and broken, is seen staring out of a dusty window. "We lost everything," she says. "Was it worth it? I don't even know anymore." Some people believe they deserve worse. Others think rotting away in loneliness is punishment enough. And somewhere, in the heart of London, stands a giant statue of Diana. Flowers cover its base every single day. Children run around it, laughing. Old women sit beside it, praying. The world remembers her not as a victim, but as the princess who won, even in death. And just like that, the story comes full circle. The mighty royals, once untouchable, are now just a memory. A warning to everyone that no power, no throne, no crown is greater than the truth. Karma took its time, but in the end, justice found its way. And Diana? She didn't just live forever in people's hearts. She became a legend, the princess who never needed a crown to rule the world. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our updates on this and other important stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think really happened? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Very blessed and very lucky. I had an amazing life, music has been my life, and I got this for music and to work for charity.
Elton John has sparked royal drama like never before. The legendary singer has reportedly taken King Charles to the Supreme Court after shocking revelations about royal secrets. Elton, who shared a close bond with Princess Diana, claims the truth about her struggles and life within the royal family has been buried for too long, and King Charles might hold the key. This unexpected legal battle has left the public stunned, uncovering twists that could shake the monarchy to its core. So, what did Charles reveal? Elton John's revelation. Elton John, one of the world's most celebrated musicians, recently opened up about a shocking truth involving his late friend, Princess Diana, and King Charles. For years, Elton and Diana's friendship was admired by many. They were often seen laughing and enjoying each other's company at public events. But behind the scenes, their relationship faced unseen struggles that eventually led to a painful estrangement. Now, after decades of silence, Elton has revealed that King Charles played a significant role in driving a wedge between them. Elton and Diana's friendship began in 1981 at Prince Andrew's 21st birthday party. It was an unexpected bond that blossomed through shared humor, compassion, and understanding of the pressures that came with their public lives. Diana, trapped in a failing marriage and burdened by royal expectations, found solace in Elton's wit and empathy. Similarly, Elton, who had faced his own personal struggles, found a kindred spirit in Diana. Their bond was deep and genuine, but it wasn't without its challenges. According to Elton, the real turning point in their friendship came in 1997. He had asked Diana to contribute a foreword to a charity book for his AIDS Foundation, a cause he was deeply passionate about. Diana had initially agreed, but she later withdrew her support at the last minute. Elton was devastated and confused by her sudden change of heart. It wasn't until much later that he discovered the truth. King Charles had pressured Diana to pull out of the project. Charles was reportedly concerned about the royal family's image and believed that Diana's involvement in such a controversial project might bring unwanted attention. This revelation hurt Elton deeply. He felt betrayed, not just by Diana's decision, but by the unseen influence of King Charles. The incident marked the beginning of a painful rift between Elton and Diana. Their once close friendship cooled, and the frequent phone calls and meetings they had shared became a thing of the past. Elton chose to break his silence after years of reflection. He admitted that speaking out was not easy, knowing the weight his words carried. However, he felt it was important to share the truth, not to stir controversy, but to honor Diana's legacy. Elton's revelation paints a complex picture of the pressures Diana faced as a member of the royal family and the challenges that came with being her friend. It is a story of love, loss, and the enduring impact of one of the most beloved figures in modern history. King Charles's influence. King Charles has always been a figure of tradition, protocol, and responsibility when it comes to the British monarchy. However, behind the public image of duty lies a more complex story about his influence on those closest to him, including his late wife, Princess Diana. Recently, Elton John shed light on how Charles's actions not only shaped Diana's life, but also affected her friendships, particularly her bond with Elton himself. Elton and Diana shared a rare and beautiful friendship. They connected on a deep emotional level, with Elton offering her a sense of humor and empathy during some of her most challenging times. However, as their friendship grew, King Charles began to see it as a potential issue for the royal family. Diana's increasing popularity and her association with Elton, who was a global celebrity and a vocal advocate for causes like AIDS awareness, made Charles uneasy. He was deeply concerned with preserving the monarchy's image, and Elton's flamboyant personality and controversial work didn't align with the conservative values of the royal household. One of the most striking examples of Charles's influence was during the charity book controversy in 1997. Elton had asked Diana to write a foreword for a book supporting his AIDS Foundation. Diana initially agreed, but at the last moment she pulled out. Elton later revealed that Charles had pressured Diana to withdraw her support, fearing that her involvement in such a project would tarnish the monarchy's reputation. This decision left Elton feeling betrayed and confused, and it marked the beginning of a painful estrangement between the two friends. Charles's influence didn't stop with the charity book. Elton also recalled how Diana often spoke to him about feeling trapped in her royal role. She described how Charles's emotional distance and his focus on tradition made it difficult for her to feel supported. Behind the scenes, Charles subtly shaped many of Diana's decisions, including her relationships with people outside the royal family. This created ongoing tension between Diana's desire to live authentically and her duty to conform to royal expectations. Elton's revelations about Charles's actions highlight the unseen pressures within the royal family. While Charles's intentions may have been to protect the monarchy, his influence had far-reaching consequences, including the isolation Diana felt. and the strain it placed on her relationships. This story paints a picture of a man torn between his duty to the crown and the personal dynamics that defined his private life. The charity book incident. The charity book incident marked a turning point in Elton John's friendship with Princess Diana, a bond that had been cherished by both of them for years. In 1997, Elton was working on a charity coffee table book to benefit his AIDS Foundation, a cause he held close to his heart. The book aimed to raise awareness and funds for AIDS during a time when the disease was still heavily stigmatized. It was a bold and compassionate project, and Diana, known for her humanitarian efforts, agreed to write the foreword. Her involvement would have been monumental, given her global influence and her fearless advocacy for causes that many avoided. Elton was overjoyed by Diana's support. Her name attached to the project would not only bring much-needed attention to the cause, but also help break the stigma surrounding AIDS. At the time, very few public figures, let alone members of the royal family, were willing to openly associate themselves with the issue. Diana's agreement to contribute to the book felt like a powerful step forward, both for the cause and their friendship. However, just as everything seemed to be falling into place, Diana suddenly pulled out of the project. Elton was blindsided and deeply hurt. He couldn't understand why she had withdrawn her commitment to something she had seemed so passionate about. The abrupt decision left him confused and questioning their friendship. It wasn't until much later that Elton discovered the truth. King Charles had intervened. According to Elton, Charles had expressed concerns about Diana's involvement in such a high-profile and controversial project. The royal family, with its strong focus on maintaining tradition and avoiding divisive topics, viewed Diana's connection to the AIDS cause as risky. Fearing that it could bring negative attention to the monarchy, Charles reportedly pressured Diana to step away from the book. This revelation left Elton devastated. He felt not only betrayed by Diana's decision, but also frustrated that outside forces, particularly Charles's influence, had come between them. For Diana, the situation was equally heartbreaking. She was caught between her loyalty to Elton and her desire to maintain peace within the royal family. The incident highlighted the immense pressure she faced as a member of the monarchy, where even her personal friendships and passions were subject to scrutiny. The charity book incident became a painful rift in their friendship, one that neither Elton nor Diana fully recovered from before her untimely death. It remains a poignant reminder of the challenges Diana faced in balancing her personal values with the demands of royal life. Diana's isolation. Princess Diana was one of the most beloved and iconic figures in modern history, but behind the public adoration and glamorous image, she lived a life of deep loneliness and isolation. Trapped in the rigid world of the royal family and burdened by the constant scrutiny of the media, Diana often felt like she had no one to truly turn to. Her struggles were heartbreaking, and they reveal the immense pressure she endured as both a princess and a human being. From the outside, Diana's life seemed like a fairy tale. She was the Princess of Wales, married to Prince Charles, and adored by millions across the globe. But behind the palace walls, things were far from perfect. Her marriage to Charles was strained, marked by emotional distance and infidelity. Diana was well aware of Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, and it left her feeling unloved and rejected. Despite being in the public eye, she felt more alone than ever. As her marriage fell apart, Diana found herself increasingly alienated within the royal family. The traditions and expectations of royal life were suffocating, and she struggled to find her place. She often described feeling like an outsider, unable to fit into the rigid mold that the monarchy demanded. Her every move was scrutinized, and her every flaw was magnified by the press. The constant presence of paparazzi only worsened her isolation, leaving her with little privacy or peace. Diana's mental health also suffered greatly during this time. She battled bulimia and depression, both of which were fueled by the pressures of her royal role and her crumbling marriage. She often confided in close friends about her feelings of hopelessness and despair. Elton John, one of her dearest friends, became a trusted confidant during her darkest moments. Late-night phone calls between the two revealed the depth of her struggles, as she shared her fears, frustrations, and longing for a life outside the royal spotlight. Despite her pain, Diana remained committed to her humanitarian work, which became a source of purpose for her. She channeled her feelings of isolation into compassion for others, using her platform to champion causes like AIDS awareness and landmine removal. In helping others, she found some solace, even as her own life felt increasingly out of control. Diana's isolation was a tragic aspect of her life, but it also shaped the legacy she left behind. Her humanity, vulnerability, and strength continue to inspire millions, reminding the world of the struggles she endured and the compassion she shared. Estrangement and reconnection. The friendship between Elton John and Princess Diana was one of the most heartfelt and captivating bonds in the public eye. However, like many close relationships, it wasn't immune to challenges. Their friendship faced a painful estrangement in the mid-1990s, only to find a bittersweet moment of reconnection shortly before Diana's tragic passing. The fallout between Elton and Diana stemmed from a charity book project in 1997. Elton had planned to release a coffee table book to benefit his AIDS Foundation, a cause he passionately championed. Initially, Diana agreed to write the foreword for the book, and her involvement was significant, as she was a fearless advocate for humanitarian issues. However, she later withdrew her support, leaving Elton hurt and confused. He later discovered that King Charles had influenced her decision, urging her to step back from the project to protect the royal family's image. This revelation created a rift between Elton and Diana, as their friendship, which had been a source of joy and comfort, began to fade. During their estrangement, both Elton and Diana experienced emotional struggles. Diana was dealing with the breakdown of her marriage, the relentless scrutiny of the media, and her own feelings of isolation. Elton, on the other hand, was deeply affected by the loss of their connection, as Diana had been one of the few people who truly understood him on a personal level. The distance between them weighed heavily on both sides, leaving a void that neither could easily fill. In July 1997, tragedy brought them back together. The unexpected murder of their mutual friend, Gianni Versace, served as a turning point. At Versace's funeral in Milan, Elton and Diana reconnected through their shared grief. Sitting side by side, they comforted one another, holding hands and speaking quietly. The warmth of their bond returned, even if only for a brief moment. For Elton, this reconnection was bittersweet, as it reminded him of the closeness they once shared. Sadly, their renewed connection was short-lived. Just weeks later, Diana tragically passed away in a car accident in Paris. Elton was left mourning not only the loss of a dear friend, but also the missed opportunity to fully repair their relationship. Their story of estrangement and reconnection remains a poignant reminder of the fragility of human relationships and the importance of cherishing the people we hold dear. Elton's tribute to Diana. Elton John's tribute to Princess Diana remains one of the most iconic and emotional moments in modern history. Their friendship was one filled with laughter, shared struggles, and mutual respect. When Diana tragically passed away on August 31st, 1997, Elton was devastated. He had only recently reconnected with her after a period of estrangement, and her sudden death left him heartbroken. In his grief, Elton found a way to honor his dear friend in a way that would resonate with millions around the world. At Diana's funeral, held at Westminster Abbey, Elton performed a reworked version of his song "Candle in the Wind." Originally written as a tribute to Marilyn Monroe, the lyrics were rewritten by Elton's longtime collaborator, Bernie Taupin, to reflect Diana's life and legacy. The new version, titled "Goodbye England's Rose," painted a beautiful and heartfelt picture of Diana as a compassionate, loving, and iconic figure who had touched the hearts of so many. The performance was deeply moving. As Elton sang, his voice carried the weight of his grief and the collective mourning of millions who had lost their people's princess. The lyrics spoke of Diana's kindness and her ability to connect with everyday people, breaking through the barriers of royalty to show her humanity. The line, "Your candle burned out long before your legend ever will," captured the essence of her impact. Her life was cut short, but her legacy would endure forever. Behind the scenes, Elton's tribute wasn't without controversy. King Charles reportedly had reservations about including such an emotional and modern performance in what was meant to be a traditional royal funeral. However, the Dean of Westminster supported the idea, understanding the need for the public to grieve in a way that felt genuine. Ultimately, Elton's performance became one of the most memorable moments of the service, resonating with people across the world. The reworked "Candle in the Wind" went on to become one of the best-selling singles of all time, with proceeds donated to Diana's charities. For Elton, it wasn't just a song. It was his way of saying goodbye to a dear friend and ensuring that Diana's memory would live on forever. Elton's loyalty to Diana's children. After Princess Diana's tragic death in 1997, Elton John remained deeply connected to her memory through his enduring loyalty to her two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. His devotion to Diana's children became a way for him to keep her legacy alive while supporting the boys she loved so dearly. Over the years, Elton has acted as both a friend and a protector, standing by them during some of their most challenging moments. Elton shared a particularly close bond with Prince Harry, who reminded him of Diana's warmth, humor, and compassion. After Diana's death, Elton kept in touch with both William and Harry, but it was Harry who often turned to him for guidance. Elton, having faced his own battles with fame and personal struggles, understood the pressures the young princes faced growing up in the public eye. He became someone they could rely on, offering advice and emotional support when they needed it most. One of the most beautiful moments showcasing Elton's loyalty came in 2018, when he performed at Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. His rendition of several songs during the reception was more than just entertainment. It was a heartfelt gesture of love and support for the couple. Elton's presence at the wedding highlighted his ongoing commitment to Diana's family and his willingness to celebrate their happiness, just as Diana would have wanted. However, Elton's loyalty went beyond joyful occasions. When Harry and Meghan faced relentless media scrutiny and criticism, Elton stepped in to defend them. He publicly supported the couple when they were accused of hypocrisy for using private jets, revealing that he had provided the flights and ensured they were environmentally offset. Elton's defense of Harry and Meghan showed that he wasn't afraid to stand up for them, even when it meant drawing criticism himself. This loyalty has not been without consequences. Elton's unwavering support for Harry and Meghan, especially as their relationship with the royal family grew strained, deepened the distance between him and the monarchy. Yet, Elton's priority has always been clear: honoring Diana's legacy and protecting her children. For Elton, his loyalty to Diana's sons is not just about friendship. It's a tribute to the bond he shared with their mother. Through his actions, he continues to defend and uphold the values Diana stood for, ensuring her spirit lives on through her children. Elton's criticism of Charles Elton John has never been one to shy away from speaking his truth, and when it comes to King Charles, his words carry significant weight. Over the years, Elton has become increasingly vocal about the role Charles played in Princess Diana's struggles. As one of Diana's closest friends, Elton witnessed firsthand the emotional toll her marriage to Charles took on her, and he hasn't hesitated to criticize what he sees as Charles's lack of support for Diana during her most difficult times. One of Elton's main criticisms of Charles revolves around his inability to emotionally connect with Diana. According to Elton, Diana often confided in him about how lonely and trapped she felt in her marriage. She described Charles as distant and more focused on preserving the royal family's image than on addressing her needs or their relationship. This emotional neglect, coupled with Charles's ongoing affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, left Diana feeling isolated and heartbroken. Elton has also criticized Charles for the way he influenced Diana's personal decisions, particularly her friendships. One of the most notable examples of this was the 1997 charity book incident. Diana had agreed to write the foreword for a book benefiting Elton's AIDS Foundation, a cause she was passionate about. However, under pressure from Charles, who was concerned about the royal family's reputation, Diana withdrew her support. This caused a rift between Elton and Diana, one that was deeply painful for both of them. Elton has since spoken openly about how Charles's interference played a significant role in their estrangement. Beyond their personal dynamic, Elton has expressed disappointment in how Charles handled Diana's growing popularity. As Diana's humanitarian work and natural ability to connect with people made her the most beloved member of the royal family, Charles reportedly grew resentful. Elton believes that Charles's jealousy and desire to control the narrative surrounding Diana only added to her struggles within the monarchy. For Elton, his criticism of Charles isn't just about anger. It's about telling the truth. He feels a responsibility to honor Diana's legacy by shedding light on the challenges she faced, many of which, in his view, were shaped by Charles's actions. Through his words, Elton continues to defend Diana's memory and stand up for the values she represented. Standing up for Diana and her legacy. Elton John has always been a man of loyalty, and when it comes to Princess Diana, his commitment to her legacy is unwavering. From the moment they became friends in the early 1980s, Elton admired Diana's courage, compassion, and ability to connect with people on a deeply human level. After her tragic death in 1997, Elton took it upon himself to ensure that her memory, and the values she stood for, would never be forgotten. Elton's decision to speak out about Diana's struggles and the challenges she faced was not an easy one. For years, he remained silent about the role King Charles allegedly played in Diana's isolation and the strain on their friendship. However, Elton later revealed that he felt a responsibility to share the truth, not to stir controversy, but to honor Diana's life and legacy. He believed that the world needed to know the full extent of what she endured as a member of the royal family, and how her humanitarian efforts were sometimes overshadowed by royal politics. One of Elton's most significant acts of loyalty came at Diana's funeral. His performance of a reworked version of Candle in the Wind became a defining moment of public mourning. The song, rewritten as Goodbye England's Rose, was a heartfelt tribute to Diana's life and the impact she had on millions around the world. The performance was not without controversy, as King Charles reportedly had reservations about the emotional tone of the song, but Elton stood firm. His tribute was a way of giving the people a voice to grieve and celebrate Diana's legacy. Beyond the funeral, Elton's dedication to Diana's memory has continued through his unwavering support for her children, Prince William and Prince Harry. His defense of Harry and Meghan Markle during their struggles with the press and royal life reflects his ongoing loyalty to Diana's values. Elton has never hesitated to stand up for what he believes is right, even when it means speaking out against powerful figures like King Charles. For Elton, standing up for Diana is more than an act of friendship. It's a promise to keep her spirit alive. Through his words, music, and actions, he continues to ensure that Diana's legacy of kindness, courage, and humanity shines brightly, even decades after her passing. Elton's final break with the royals. Elton John's relationship with the royal family has always been complex, but in recent years it has reached a breaking point. While Elton has remained loyal to Princess Diana's memory and her children, Prince William and Prince Harry, his public support for Harry and Meghan Markle has created a clear divide between him and the rest of the monarchy, especially King Charles. This final break with the royals is not just about personal relationships, it's about Elton standing up for what he believes in and defending Diana's legacy. Elton's bond with Diana's sons grew stronger after her tragic death in 1997. He had always admired Diana's courage and compassion, and he saw those same qualities in Harry. Over the years, Elton became a trusted ally and mentor to Harry, offering guidance as he navigated the pressures of royal life. However, when Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal duties and faced relentless media scrutiny, Elton's loyalty to them became more visible and more controversial. One key moment in Elton's break with the royals came when Harry and Meghan were criticized for using private jets. Elton publicly defended the couple, revealing that he had provided the flights and ensured they were environmentally offset. This was his way of protecting Diana's son and standing up against the same kind of unfair media treatment Diana had endured. However, Elton's vocal support for Harry and Meghan deepened the rift between him and King Charles, who was reportedly unhappy with Elton's involvement. For Elton, this wasn't just about Harry and Meghan, it was about the values Diana stood for. She had always championed causes of compassion and justice, and Elton felt it was his responsibility to do the same for her children. He saw parallels between the media's treatment of Diana and the attacks on Harry and Meghan, and he was determined to protect them, even if it meant distancing himself from the monarchy. Elton's final break with the royals is a testament to his unwavering loyalty to Diana and her family. While his relationship with the monarchy may never be repaired, his commitment to standing up for Diana's legacy remains stronger than ever.
How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press.
Under Queen Camilla's grand mansion, hidden deep below the ground, there was a secret tunnel no one knew about. For years, it stayed hidden, untouched, and forgotten. But one day, the FBI discovered it by accident. At first, they thought it was just an old underground path, maybe used by workers a long time ago. But as they stepped inside, the air felt cold, and something didn't seem right. The tunnel was dark and quiet, but their flashlights showed strange things on the walls, things that shouldn't be there. The further they walked, the more their hearts pounded. Then, at the very end of the tunnel, they saw something so shocking, so terrifying, that their faces turned pale. Whatever was down there had been kept secret for a reason. The tip-off that changed everything. It all started with something no one saw coming, an anonymous tip. One cold evening, a strange email landed in the inbox of an American intelligence officer. There was no sender's name, no clear details about where it came from. But the message itself was chilling. It simply read, "Check under Queen Camilla's estate. Tunnels. Secrets buried. It's bigger than you think." At first, the team thought it was a prank. I mean, who sends an email like that about the Queen Consort? But attached to that email were old, dusty documents and a few new maps. The documents looked aged, almost ancient. Some even had royal stamps and strange symbols no one recognized. But what really caught everyone's attention were the maps. These maps showed tunnels, hidden rooms, and even a marked vault. All of it sitting right under Queen Camilla's private mansion. It was so detailed, it felt impossible to fake. And that's when the FBI realized they couldn't just ignore this. What if it was real? What if there was something dangerous or illegal hidden beneath royal grounds? Why the FBI got involved? Now, here's the crazy part. The FBI doesn't normally go near royal business. That's not their area. But the tip-off wasn't just about Britain. Some of the leaked documents had connections to secret American operations, old bank transfers, and offshore accounts linked to powerful people. That was enough for the FBI to care. If any part of this connected to US soil or their past missions, they had to check it out. But there was a huge problem. How do you walk into the British royal estate without causing a global mess? The moment the FBI reached out to British intelligence, chaos broke out. Furious phone calls, secret meetings, and a lot of back and forth followed. No one knew what to do. British officials were angry, scared, and confused all at once. Can you imagine the headlines? FBI invades royal home? They knew they had to handle this quietly. So, after days of fighting and secret talks, both sides agreed on one thing. A small, hidden team of FBI agents would work with British agents. No cameras, no press, no one else would know. The search begins. The agents arrived just as the sun was setting. Queen Camilla's mansion looked calm, almost peaceful. Birds flew across the sky, the trees stood still, and everything seemed perfect. But everyone there felt it. Something was off. They started their search inside the mansion. Every wall, every room, every corner was checked. Hours passed. Nothing. The place looked clean, normal. And then they reached the wine cellar. Now, this wine cellar was ancient. Stone walls, wooden racks full of dusty bottles, and a smell of age that filled the air. But something stood out. A newly installed wooden cabinet. It was polished, clean, and too fresh for a place like this. Curious, the agents moved the cabinet. What they found made their hearts race. A small metal door, hidden perfectly behind it. No handle, no lock, just strange carvings around the edges. No one had seen this before. It took them a while, but finally they pried the door open. What greeted them was a wave of cold, damp air. The smell of wet earth and rust filled their lungs. In front of them was a dark, narrow tunnel leading deep underground. First impressions. Inside the tunnel. The tunnel felt like something out of a nightmare. It was pitch dark, narrow, and terrifyingly quiet. Every step the agents took echoed loudly. The walls were lined with old bricks, some falling apart, some looking strangely new. But what scared them the most were the symbols carved into the walls. Crowns, snakes, crosses, and strange words written in languages no one there could understand. Some symbols looked like they had been added recently. Others seemed centuries old. Then came the real surprise. Hidden among the bricks was wiring. Some of it was ancient, rusty, and covered in dust. But some wires were new, clean, and clearly put there just a few years ago. The mix of old and new made it clear. Someone had been using this tunnel. Someone still knew about it. The agents kept moving deeper. Each step felt heavier as the air grew colder. The shocking secret rooms. After what felt like hours, the tunnel finally opened up into a large underground chamber. What the agents saw next left them frozen in shock. The room was massive, almost like a forgotten underground palace. Dusty wooden tables stood around. Old books, scrolls, and maps covered every surface. Shelves ran along the walls, filled with thick, leather-bound books that looked like they hadn't been touched in hundreds of years. Some of the maps were of places that didn't exist anymore. Others showed cities, castles, and royal homes with markings and red circles. One of the agents whispered, "This is no ordinary place." They moved slowly, carefully checking everything, and that's when they found the artifacts. Strange and priceless artifacts. There, hidden in the shadows, were treasures people had only heard about in history books. Ancient swords with royal engravings, shields that carried the family crests of kings long gone, and royal jewelry, crowns, necklaces, rings, all thought to be lost in wars or stolen. Some pieces were so precious that they could change the entire royal family's history if revealed. Among these treasures, they found personal items, letters, love notes, and photographs. The photos were perhaps the most shocking. Yellowed with age, but still clear. Some showed famous royal family members in private moments. Others had political leaders from different countries, together in secret meetings, shaking hands, or even hugging. Some pictures were downright scandalous. If these photos ever got out, they could destroy powerful families, ruin reputations, and change history. The disturbing sealed door. But the worst was yet to come. In the corner of the chamber stood a large metal door. It was sealed tight, thick, and new. Unlike everything else, this door was built to protect whatever was inside. With effort, the agents forced it open. What they found was worse than anyone could have imagined. Inside was a vault, cold, clean, and terrifying. Piles of documents sat neatly stacked. Some were ancient, written on fragile paper with royal seals. Others were modern, typed, signed, and stamped. These papers were not just random files. They were evidence, proof of secret societies, blackmail, hidden deals, and crimes committed by people who ruled nations. There were documents